So when we're talking about gym intimidation, I'm glad you said that. Spec. One of the things, one of the ways to fend off that intimidation that you feel from the gym is by having a plan. Right. That's one of the things that you can do to,
Exactly.
to feel more comfortable if you are going to the gym. It just, a lot of people feel like they don't know what they're doing. So if you go into the gym with a set plan, you research some of the exercises on YouTube or something like that, or you watch PE with Dave and Shay, or you watch a Spec TV
Ah,
episode, you know what I mean? You can get in there and just know exactly what you're going to be doing. Write it down and just move from machine to machine or, whatever it is you got going on. I wanted to ask y'all, have y'all ever felt gym intimidation at all? Have y'all ever, have you experienced that before?
You go first, Mr. J.
I've
uh-oh, turn it
definitely,
back on.
I've definitely, yeah, I've definitely experienced it. Especially when I was, because I've always considered myself to be an athlete.
Right.
And then I went through, I was just going through life's obstacles, I guess you can put it, some real low times in my life, and I wasn't working out or taking care of my body. So by the time when you know that when you're used to looking a certain way and feeling a certain way, and then you're not there anymore, you really we're our own worst.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, we're our own worst critics. So when I decided to get back in the gym, I had a plan. I wanted to. It was a marathon, not the sprint. I was giving myself a certain number of years, but it was really difficult to get in here and see guys who are like in their 20s, guys who are much bigger than me or lifting a lot more than me or look better than I thought I looked. It was intimidating. So yeah, I've definitely experienced gym intimidation. Even now with me feeling fit and I'm in here all the time. I'm a trainer. There are a couple of other trainers that come up to me and try to intimidate. Even me.
Wow.
They come up
Yeah.
and they try. They might try to tell me they don't have no idea what my plan is, but they try to tell me that I'm doing something wrong, which is another thing. Is another thing that women tend to experience. It's like, look, guys, I never really see women trainers do this, but guys, please, if you're watching this, stop doing this. Look, stop giving unsolicited advice. Nobody likes it.
Exactly.
Nobody likes it. All right, like
Unsolicited is the word.
no woman.
Unsolicited.
Yeah. No woman wants you to come up to her and tell her that she's doing the exercise wrong. It doesn't make you look strong. It doesn't make you.
Exactly.
It doesn't make her want to date you. All right, and please don't do that to men either. Don't go up and give unsolicited advice. But yeah, that's my spiel. I've definitely been gym intimidated before.
What
What about
about
you,
you,
Dave?
Mr. Dave?
Yeah, so I mean, especially after injury, right? Like when on the recovery, road, right? You're used to doing a certain number, certain numbers, and you feel like everyone in the gym is looking at you, like, man, this dude ain't, he ain't worth nothing. I mean, he looks a certain way, but he ain't got
Right.
nothing. And that's tough too. And also, I mean, to the point where you switch your tactics, man. You go to a new gym, you see everybody in there, you're like, all right, well, the gym, I don't want to get too big. I just want to cut up. We make excuses to ourselves, because of that intimidation. So, I mean, yeah, yeah, we're all victims of it. But again, you're not competing against anyone else, man. You're competing against your everyday self and trying to get, beat yesterday's me. So, it's simple as that for me now, man. I get in there and I do me. Simple as that.
Excellent, man. What about you,
Well,
Spec? Have you felt
yeah, I was
you
gonna
felt
say
gym
my
intimidated?
I actually, you know what? Yeah, I do. And mine's maybe a little different. And I say that because I don't know, even when I meet women here in Puerto Rico, I'm always quick to tell a woman when she's beautiful, and because a lot of times women need to tell themselves that and they don't. And I think all women are beautiful. I'm totally heterosexual, so it has nothing to do with that. I just think women are beautiful. And I think when other women compliment women, like that, it just makes us feel wonderful. So my gym intimidation is a little different when I go to the gym sometimes because women are sometimes mean to each other. We are. I get the opposite. Like I hear people mumble, "Oh, she probably doesn't eat," or "She probably makes herself throw up to look like that."
Oh
You know,
wow.
yeah, or I mean, no, and I had my headphones on. Sometimes they're not on yet, and I hear things that people say. I've been running down the street sometime, and somebody will be like, "Oh, look at her! Like she probably just eats peanuts for breakfast or something, or she just drinks protein. No, I'm a 500-pound woman inside of this little skinny body. Like, I'm hilarious. I eat like so much. You guys have no idea. Like
Like
I
Buddy
tell
Love.
exactly. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's all I do is eat. Like my dad said that to me. You know, my husband passed. Rest in peace to my husband, PFC Joshua Wood.
R.I.P.
All right.
Thank you for your
Gave his life
service.
for this country, indeed. So we represent him today too. But my dad told me, he's like, if you ever get remarried again, I got one thing to say to my new son-in-law. I was like, what's that? He goes, buffet. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, I'm gonna tell my new son-in-law to take your little behind to a buffet, you know. And so it's crazy because people don't know like how much I really do eat, and I eat just because my metabolism is really fast. I don't do as much cardio as I'd like to sometimes because I want to gain weight, and if I don't eat a certain amount of calories a day, have a certain amount of protein, then I'm back little. And a lot of people would love to have that problem. Like I am 122 pounds right now. I would love to be like 135. You see what I mean? One of my best friends here in Puerto Rico, she is 5'9". She's 210 pounds. I mean, she's got like an hourglass body, like a, you know, just like a Jill Scott, just really beautiful. And she would rather be little like me, and I prefer her cleavage. You know what I mean? So I think it just depends on women first understanding that all of us are different. Like I said previously, we weren't all meant to look alike. Like how boring would that be? But I don't think that a woman should automatically assume that I'm, you know, anorexic or bulimic or I don't eat, you know, simply because of my physique. No, I have good genes. My dad's little, I'm little. My other sisters are thick and sexy. That's how we're made. I think all women, all men should just work with what God gave you. And it's not about what the other person thinks you should look like, or even what you put in your head that you think you should look like based on what you've seen other people. I call that stinking thinking. You know, that's when you see other people. It's like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that. I wish I played golf like Tiger Woods, but I didn't put in the work like Tiger did. You see what I mean? I didn't start golfing when I was 4. I wasn't raised in that environment. I'm not on the golf course, you know, 10, 18 hours a day. So I'm never going to be the professional golfer that Tiger Woods is. However,
well, you know, it's like a balance of two things, right? It's part of it is body dysmorphia, right? We never see ourselves the way that other people see us. And then the other part of it is like societal, right? Society's telling us that there's this perfect image of a human being that as a man and as a woman, you're supposed to look like. And a lot of us spend all of our days either trying to attain that or crying because we're not that, right? So it's a little bit of both those two things. So that's what I like about what Spec's approach to fitness is that it's holistic. You need to work out on the inside before you even work out on the outside, right? Like you need to do the work. You have to do the work of loving yourself first before you even pick up a weight or do Pilates or go for a jog. And I definitely feel you on that. What about some other ways that we can fend off this gym intimidation? Workout buddies. That's one thing that Dave and I. That's how this podcast came about. Is because we would go to the gym by ourselves. You know, being in the gym for us, we were comfortable being in the gym by ourselves. But we just were voicing each other's ear and just started talking to each other while we were working out. So workout buddies. Get a workout buddy and get in the gym.
Finding somebody on the same level, and then you know, kind of, you know, achieving and setting goals, and then, you know, kind of compete and getting to that point. And then again, you're in your own bubble at that point. You know what I mean? You're not worried about anyone else but the two of you guys. So that's awesome. That's an awesome suggestion. And just like I said, man, it's a mindset though, really. And again, I'm big on just discipline and just getting it done, and I'm, you know, using any gimmicks, man. I'm you know, I'm strong-willed that way, and you know, I you know, I wish that for everybody, but you know, just like I said, just one of those things where it's like, you know, F everybody, man. It's just you against the world, really. You know what I mean? And it's your journey, man. You know, you're not gonna look like anyone else. You're not gonna be like anyone else. You're gonna be the best you could possibly be. So when you're in there, this is your journey. This is for you. And it
Right.
sucks that this is the resources that you're given to get to that point. But I mean, you know, you'll do anything you really want to do, right? You'll achieve any goal you really want. So, I mean, if it's
Right.
for you, you'll get it. And again, you'll
That's
block all
absolutely
that
right.
out because as you see yourself progressing, everything else goes out the window, man. That's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. Keep in mind, just like what Spec said, everybody has something that they don't like about themselves, right?
Of
So
course.
while her friend is a Jill Scott beauty,
Yep.
her friend looks at herself and looks at Spec and says, damn, I wish I could look like that. While other women who are slimmer are looking at her saying, damn, I wish I could look like that. I have some clients that look like they could be Instagram models, right? And then everybody in the gym is looking at them saying, "Damn, I wish I could look like that." But I guarantee you, those ladies are looking at other people and saying, "They're telling me, hey Jay, Coach Jay, I need to look like that." And I'm trying to explain to them,
Right.
you have body dysmorphia. All these women in here wish that they look like you. So what David's saying is when he says F them, keep it grounded. Keep it grounded. They like Biggie said, they all bleed. We all bleed, right? They bleed just like us. We all breathe the same air, right? None of us are really better than any of us, and all of us have a sense of insecurity, right? Just get in there your best and try to get it done. Also, if you can afford it, or if you can find somebody that you can mesh with, get a trainer. All right, that's one of the things I excel at is getting people out of their heads and just making them feel comfortable in the gym. All right, so if you can find a trainer, that's another way that you can fend off that gym intimidation. Feel me? Well, where
And
I
that
want to
body
take it
type.
is, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm just saying, and whatever body type, there's always an attract. There's always a market. There's a market always for your body type. There's always someone
That's
that's going to
true.
appreciate what you're bringing to the table. You got to remember
That's
that. I
true.
get it. You know, you're seeing
Absolutely.
something for what it's worth, but what you have, man, somebody else is coveting. So just try to
That is
enjoy it.
true.
My
Yeah.
bad. Go ahead,
No,
man.
no,
Go
no.
ahead.
That's absolutely right, Dave. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, what I wanted to move into, if it's cool with y'all, let's move into the next part of the circuit that Dave has for us. But I don't want us to forget about this conversation. I just want us to go a little deeper, right? Like, where does this, especially in terms of women, where does this intimidation really come from? Not, I know we talked about society telling us that we need to be something that's unattainable, and I know that the body dysmorphia. I know we need to love ourselves, but let's look more at the history of women's fitness and how that plays into gym intimidation as we get into this next segment. Awesome. All right, Dave. So, what we got next, Dave?
All right, so we're gonna focus on chest today. All right, and since we're minimizing, we're gonna it's pretty much like an at home. These are workouts you could do at home. All right, so the first
This for
workout I'm gonna
men?
show you guys.
Is
I'm
this for
sorry.
men only, or is it so? Is this only for
No,
men, or
no,
is
no,
it?
no, no. This
So
this is for
this
everybody.
isn't
This is
for
for
me to
everybody.
get the double D's that I want. This has nothing to do with me getting double D's. This is just for men. Fine, fine, fine. No problem. I can sit here quietly while you get your chest bigger with my A cups. No problem.
Come on, we need some double D workouts, Dave.
All right. Well, hey, hopefully that these will fit the bill for what we're looking for here. All right. So look, the first workout is what I like to call the prison cell workout or the prison cell push up. All right. It's pretty much a push up and a core workout. All right. So you get in a push up position, right, and all you're doing is a push up. All right. And remember, when you're doing push ups, you want to keep the back straight. You want to try to stay as parallel to the ground as possible. All right. And just about break 90 with the elbows. Okay. And then I push up and then I do a knee in. I push up and I do a knee in.
Oh,
I
okay.
push up, I do a knee in. I push up,
Nice.
knee in. Right? So, you can do as many as you can, max rep. But pretty much you're doing a push up, a knee in, and you're alternating your legs, man. Simple as that, right? And max rep. That's the focus of the workout. The other push up is one of our favorite here at PE that kind of see often with the push up workouts. you're doing a fingertip push-up, right? So the point of this is kind of crossing the body. All right. So when I do a push-up, I come up on my fingertips here. Right? You guys can still see me?
Yes.
I do a push-up and then I come up on my fingertip across on the other side, I alternate. Push up, I come across. Right? So this is pretty much trying to, get a better range of motion across your chest, doing a normal push-up. All right. And then the next exercise in the circuit is going to be a balanced one-arm push-up. All right. So this requires quite a bit of balance, man. Hence the name. So you're going to do a push-up. You're going to come up and you're going to kind of, extend your arm upwards. All right. And when you're coming up, you're going to want to just kind of, I don't know if you guys can see, but you can kind of want to stack your feet to maintain your balance. Can you see my feet?
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So you want to stack your feet to maintain the balance. You're going to come up and then you're going to pretty much, this is the tough part of the move. And you're just going to kind of reach underneath you as far as you can go, and then come back up and then get back into your push-up and then switch sides. All right. So it's kind of like a yoga move. All right. It's pretty intense. You're going to be utilizing a lot of secondary muscles with that movement if you're not used to, doing planks and push-ups. All right. So that's my 3-part circuit right there for you guys. And again, everything's max rep, but on the last one, we'll do 6 per side for starters. You guys got me?
Got you.
I don't want nothing. I don't want